Hello. So I feel like that even though this is like one of those sit down talk videos that I do, I feel like there's so much that's been going on that to give context is kind of like needless because y'all already know what happened. But I have to do it anyway for the sake of the way I format these videos. So anyway, here we go. So there's a couple situations that have happened. One that I literally just found out about that I will mention, even though I'm not sure if it's true or not, because soften the blow, you know what I mean? If it's true, just soften the blow, create a soft pillow for us all to land on in this midst of this chaos. Why is February so bad? I feel like the aliens are going to come down by the end of the month, considering how badly this month has already been going. So basically there's just 4 situations that have happened, and I'm gonna talk about them, not in any specific order, just I'm gonna explain them. So here's some context. So the first situation is that, as I'm sure you've known, Soan from GFriend posed with a statue of a Nazi. She was hugging it and looking at it lovingly. Not only that, but the statue of the Nazi was on the set of a video they were filming. The next situation was that jisung of Stray Kids, a video resurfaced of him on the internet saying the N-word, and then he also attacked, like verbally attacked, plus size people. He said the N-word, he attacked people with mental issues, he attacked Southeast Asians. The next incident is that whoever styled Jane from Momoland's newest comeback, or whatever, with their newest collaboration, I think it is, gave her an iron cross. And if you don't know what an iron cross is, it's basically just a symbol that was used in Nazi Germany. And a lot of people have told me that it's actually not from Nazi Germany, but the description of it literally says that it's from Nazi Germany. Yes, not Nazi Germany, it says right there. So yeah. And then the 4th situation, the one I found out about like 5 minutes ago, was that Sakura from IZ*ONE apparently said some very not so good things about a certain group of people. I'm not sure who they are. This one is not confirmed just yet, but it is making its rounds around the internet. So yeah, just everything has been going terribly, and so I'm pretty sure by the end of this month, aliens are going to come down and just beam us all up, because this year, this month, this whole year is just not off to a very good start at all. And now that I've given all the context of the situations, there is something that I really want to talk about that's kind of the common thread between all of these incidences. And that common thread is the way we are supposed to respond to those situations, because a lot of people don't understand the way that we're supposed to respond to them. So recently this talk about this has been coming up a lot, and the talk, or the subject, is that about who are these people that should be able to accept the apologies that the idols themselves may make, may or may not make, because as we all know, sometimes apologies just don't come because people think they're right. For Soan, for Jisung, there has been apologies, but not for Jane from Momoland, and not from Sakura. The Sakura one has not been confirmed yet, but as I said, I'm just gonna mention it here just to soften the blow in case it is confirmed as legit. It's just softening the blow a little bit. The people who are allowed to accept these apologies are, I'm just gonna say it right now, are only the people who are a part of these communities. And so I'm going to repeat the long list of people that Han Ji-sung from Stray Kids verbally attacked. It was Black people, Southeast Asians, plus size people, and people with mental issues. Geez, that's a lot of people. Only they are allowed to accept that apology that he made. And I'm going to give some context, or some more context, I guess, to why I'm making this video, because on my TikTok, I saw a TikTok, obviously, that said that the apology was made much too quickly, and that leads us to the fact that he doesn't actually mean it, because it was very fast. I went to check this person's profile, and they did not belong to any of these communities. And in the caption of their video, they said, "I don't accept this apology." And then I went back to check. It was very confusing. It was very circular. They were setting up this whole argument for themselves, and then they went and rebutted it by saying that they refused to accept it. After I saw that, I went onto Twitter because I was curious. Like, I was wondering, oh, are people just not accepting this apology? Is he for real canceled? Are we taking action? Are we trying to get him out of the group? God forbid. I shouldn't say God forbid, because if he was not sorry, then that's a lot. That's a lot. If he was not sorry about his actions, that is quite a lot. A whole other story. But that being said, I went onto Twitter and I saw that a lot of people, most people from these communities, were accepting his apology. And so I was like, okay, I trust these people more than that one person on TikTok who was not a part of any of those communities, yet refused to accept his apology. And that brings me to the point I'm here to make today, is that regardless of where you land on the spectrum of this hand being, they did nothing wrong, they just don't know what's going on, their whole society is completely different from ours, they just don't know, to this whole thing about just they're canceled, they did something very bad and they don't deserve a second chance at this hand. The two extremes. I feel like regardless of what side you are on, you should only accept the apology if you are a part of the communities that were offended. Whether you are hurt by Jisung's actions, by Someone's actions, or Someone and Jane's actions, or Someone's actions and then the stylist who gave Jane the iron cross, or potentially Sakura's words, you can only accept their apology if you're part of those groups. And if you're not, then you listen to the people who are part of those groups and you let them speak, because just the fact that they're being verbally and just their actions or other people's actions, I don't know how to explain this, they're already being put down by these people that they have looked up to for so long. The least we can do is let them speak and let them be heard, because that just sucks. And so I understand that many people in their rage pretty much are coming from a place of understanding that what that artist did was wrong. But at the same time, if you are not a part of those communities and you are either not accepting you're either refusing to accept the apology, or you are accepting the apology, if you're not a part of those communities, you just shouldn't speak over the people that are. They were already attacked by someone that they admired. You should let them speak. I don't know how much simpler I can put this. It's just that I don't know. It's so, I feel like it kind of has to do with performative activism in a way, where you're so determined to show everyone how good of a person you are that you're just gonna go at it and you're going to point out everything wrong with it regardless of what other people say. And that whole regardless of what other people say thing is the thing that gets me with this. Like, I'm Japanese American, I've not been diagnosed with a mental illness. I cannot accept anyone's apology in any of these situations. I just can't accept them because I'm not a part of those communities. And I don't know why that's so hard for some people to understand. Like, I can see why you might refuse to accept the apology, but even then, those people from those communities are accepting it. So by you refusing to accept it, as someone who's not a part of those communities, you are actively speaking over them. And I had checked this person's profile, and they had like thousands of followers, and that can be so misleading to so many people. And I feel like that's kind of on you, because you should know better if you have a large platform, and you should just let people speak. I guess from personal experience, I'm a Japanese American. My grandparents were alive and were aware of the situation when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. I've heard their stories many times. I ask them every year. Yeah, I try to ask them at least once a year about their experiences, because it's just something I never want to forget. But I find that the aftermath of that, or what happened, which is when a lot of you guys might not actually know this, but when the Japanese Americans at the time were forced into concentration camps, or contain, I forget what they called, I guess concentration camps, because America was scared of them because they thought that, oh, they might be sympathetic to Japan, and people just didn't want that. So these people were put into these horrible conditions and like separated from their family members and all of that. And I wouldn't say that I get spoken over, or that specific situation gets spoken over, but it's kind of gone lower in history where people just don't know that it happened. And I feel like, yeah, that might have been in part to people speaking over Japanese Americans. And so to see this, to see people actively speaking over those who are part of the community, I feel like that scares me, because that means that these bad situations are going to be just continuously swept under the rug, and the people who are hurt by those events are just not gonna have a voice if this continues, this action of speaking over the people who need to be heard. And that's terrifying to me. And as I saw that TikTok, I knew that while I was not planning to make a video about this, because I thought it's just like common sense at this point, I thought like if someone with a large platform is saying these words, I felt the need to kind of not combat it, but to just show people like what we probably should be doing in this day and age, instead of speaking over everyone and yelling so loud that the people who should be heard are silenced. Like let's just respect everyone. Like it's such an easy concept, but yes, there may be some gray areas, but it's such an easy concept. Let's just respect everyone, and I feel like that would just make life so much easier. Okay, I know this is a really heavy topic, but I will love to hear your guys' opinions on this. I know some of you guys might disagree, but please feel free, or disagree with me, but please feel free to put your thoughts down below. I would love to hear it, and I would love to start a good civil discussion about this. And especially if you guys reply to each other in the comments, please don't use ad hominem arguments attacking each other's character. Let's keep it civil if you guys do reply to each other in the comments, because this is a safe space for everyone. If you guys want to see more of these types of videos, feel free to let me know in the comments, or just interact with this video in any way. It really means a lot, because that means this message I'm trying to give out is working, is going out. That would mean a lot, so thank you guys. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, expect to see another video up very soon, because I'm gonna be reacting to something. So see you guys soon. Bye bye.